Welcome back to our video series on paddling the Pictured Water River. Missinaibi is, of course, the Cree Indian word for pictured water. So today, day 7, we're going to travel from Two Portage Falls all the way to a crazy class 4 called Big Beaver Rapids. Today was my favorite day on the trip. Whether it was finally being relaxed or having confidence in the river, maybe it was just the beautiful scenery, but it was my favorite, hands down. So join us as we take a look and show you what's on tap for our today's paddle. We woke up surprised to find a couple moose had wandered into our camp while we slept. They came right up behind where our tents were. We never even heard them. I love this stuff. No matter how stealthy we think we are, Mother Nature always wins. While breakfast was cooking, this little guy came up and joined us. I couldn't quite make out if it was the coffee or the oatmeal he was after. We had a great night's sleep. There was a light rain overnight, and the sound on our tents put us right to bed. We're all pretty stoked this morning knowing the paddle that lie ahead of us. It would be a 200-meter morning bath. If you watched the day 6 video, I showed you some beautiful shots of Two Portage Falls in the afternoon sun. However, today was overcast, making the falls look a little less friendly, even menacing. In Hap Wilson's book, Two Portage Falls is listed as a Class 2 rapid. With all this rain, you be the judge. So this morning the guys have decided to run a falls. I'm going to bypass. I've already portaged my kayak over, and I'm going to do video. I've got my boom ready for standing on the rocks, getting some sweet angles. We also got the old helmet cam that our guide's going to wear. And should anything happen, we've got the old spot device here, but we're not going to need that, right? So have fun, guys, and here's seeing you at the bottom. Nice work, boys! About 3 clicks later, we found ourselves portaging Pond Falls. Definitely more taxing than paddling the whitewater. But in the case of Pond Falls, much safer. What do you think, Russ?
I think this is pretty wild. Brian was saying that's the chute right there. If you'd hit that hump perfectly, and then you'd run right down through that center chute right there. But then when you hit that shelf right there, that's probably going to come you. But the other might be able to hit that hump right there perfectly straight, get down that chute. But then that's another shelf right there. So you'd have to try to hit that rock wall and then turn. Now, if you walk down the trail we just did, you see the other end, and it just narrows out, and it's just like we just went through all the way out.
Really? Imagine hitting that, it'd be awesome. The other side goes.
So after taking pictures and enjoying the moment, we finished the portage and saddled up to continue down the river. A few hundred meters after Pond Falls, we entered Devil's Cap, a 1.5 kilometer run of Class 1 and 2 rapids. Although Aaron took a dip, it was obviously he was still on top of his game. Look at that smile. It always amazed me how sections of the river could be so dramatically different. We went from the roaring Pond Falls to this serene vista of the woods where you could hear a pin drop. It was interesting to note after all these falls and rapids how many feet in elevation we dropped over the course of the paddle. After paddling past the mouth of Mattawitchewan River and slithering through the Upper Albany Rapids, we stopped for lunch on a decent-sized rock island. There was a little breeze out in the middle of the river, so we set up our stoves in the shelter of some random boulders to boil our water. We fished and generally just chilled and enjoyed the river and its surroundings until we shoved off to continue our adventure. You can see here just another example of the power and destruction of the spring melt on the Missinaibi. So after completing our 35 kilometers of paddling today, we pulled up on the left side of the bank to portage and camp at Big Beaver Falls. As we started the portage, the roar of water drew our gaze to this beautiful view. This was the most powerful rapids we'd seen the entire trip. A beautiful Class 4 run with haystacks and single file line. Again, if you've read Hap Wilson's book, he has a picture of this run in a very, very low water year. Quite a difference with the 100-year floods, what we were witnessing here. Big Beaver Portage is approximately 450 meters long over some pretty sweet terrain. I chose to backpack my gear before dragging my empty 60-pound kayak over this rugged land. That way, there would be less wear and tear. 2 years ago on the Chapleau River, I sustained a puncture hole in my old boat and had to bail water while paddling in order not to sink, so I'm treating my new boat with a little more respect. Since I packed the trail a couple times, I was able to document the portage pretty well. After we set up camp, lit a fire, grabbed some dinner, and settled in, we were back to enjoying the great Northern Ontario outdoors.
Nice one, huh?
Russ and I fished the north side of the portage in a quiet lagoon-type pool and had some terrific luck with northerns.
Stay with me. Nice little northern there, Neil. There we go. Good work.
We enjoyed camping at Big Beaver Rapids. What a great place. We got to play cards, we ate dinner, we were warm. We did avoid some rain clouds, but what we didn't avoid were the mosquitoes. It was weird, like 10 o'clock, they just came out in force. And when you got a whole forest full of mosquitoes and there's only 4 of us, you just don't want to be the last one into your tent. Paddling the Missinaibi is a great self-awareness opportunity. Tune in next time because it's our last day, 8 days, paddling 140 miles on the Missinaibi. So you won't want to miss it. Again, thanks for watching today. Hope you got something out of this video and it helps you plan your trip to the Missinaibi. Cheers. We'll see you next time.